Well, we're having a demonstration because the city hasn't responded to what we call the AIDS epidemic. I mean, the AIDS epidemic and also the TB. Right now, TB is on the rise, and the clinics are a shambles. There are lack of drugs, which is a federal level issue, but the city really hasn't expressed, what can happen if these drugs aren't available.
We're here because we're fearing an epidemic of tuberculosis among HIV-positive people, especially tuberculosis that's resistant to drugs that are no longer available here in the United States, that are B-level drugs. We very much fear that tuberculosis as an opportunistic infection could kill very many HIV-positive people, as it is doing now in the prisons and in the shelter system. We want the departments of health from the state and from the city to get the drugs that are FDA approved and need to be imported, that are B-level drugs that will help people who have tuberculosis that's resistant to A-level drugs. And we demand better management in general of the tuberculosis epidemic.
We know how to prevent it. We know how to cure it. It's killing thousands of people worldwide, millions of people worldwide. It's the #1 killer of people with AIDS. It's coming into the city, it's coming into the United States, and it could have been prevented. And it must be prevented. There are things that DOH can do, there are things that the FDA must do, and the Center for Disease Control must do, and the White House must do, to get the money together, to get the international community together, to bring drugs, not only to developed countries like the United States, but worldwide. TB is curable.
I think that the neglect that's being given to the tuberculosis epidemic in this city is a threat to all of us, but for those of us who are at risk from AIDS and from the HIV virus, it is a special risk. The shelters are a breeding ground for this disease. The incredible numbers of people who are HIV positive in the prison system and on the streets of this city are the people who are the first to go. It seems to me, to the right wing that is hell-bent on the destruction of mass numbers of people in this country, this is the ideal situation. They have a virus running out of control that has put almost 2 million people in this country at risk.
We're living in a city which has a huge TB epidemic. We are living in a city that handles TB worse than any other city in this country and worse than all of the developing world. Why? Because we have a part-time asshole running the TB Bureau here in New York, and more because the federal government gives us no money to fight TB, which is the single biggest cause of death right now for people with AIDS.